So probably similar to a lot of you, I've been kind of tired and worn out of this format, so I had to go to my bulk box and get out the old Altergeist cards. If you don't know, I started with Altergeist. This was my first deck after returning to the game after like 20 years, and I played it for a while. I have a very soft spot for this deck in my heart, shout out to DZ. And I've been trying to make it competitively viable, and the new Fiendsmith engine, to be honest, really helps carry the deck. I've been trying to cook with it, taking it to locals. This time I actually took it to locals and it was relatively fun. I understood a lot about the deck that I didn't know before. And in this video I want to show you the deck list, but also most importantly, the combo that I came up with. A 1-card combo that ends on like 5 interruptions plus follow-up. It's really, really cool. And we'll jump into the deck list. First of all, this beautiful velvety playmat from SleeveChief, if you want to get your hands on one of these. This is a double playmat, by the way. You're seeing just a tiny bit of it, and it's a beautiful cloth playmat. You can see the texture is like really velvety. If you want to get one for yourself, sleevechief.de, use the code in the description below, and yeah, it's really great. Shout out to them for sending it over. So, Altergeist, I will explain everything you need to know after I go over the deck list. I'll show the combo, the 1-card combo that gets the entire engine going, and I think this deck is really cool, and it was really fun to play at locals, as you saw in the footage in the beginning of the video. So starting off, this is a 40-card build because we are playing, I believe it's 40, maybe 41. You will probably check and let me know. 3 Multifaker, this is the bread and butter of the deck. By the way, I really encourage you, if you do already have your Fiendsmith engine, pick this up. This is super cheap, and it's really, really fun to play an alternative deck in this format. So Multifaker is, of course, the boss of the deck in the main deck. It summons itself from the hand after you resolve a trap card, and on summon, it summons from your deck another Altergeist monster in defense position, and it does lock you for the rest of the turn, or rather for the entire turn, right? So if you use that, you can summon non-Altergeist monster that turn. So we have a way to circumvent that. We have a way to play around that. But this is like a really good card in the deck. You probably could cut it to 2 because it's searchable in the deck. We actually search for it during the combo. Now, this is the 1-card starter. This is Altergeist Melusik. It's a really, really good card. Shout out to Linkaribo that once really enabled this card. This card is a level 1, so you can use Anima, you can use, of course, Almirage. When it inflicts battle damage to your opponent, so during the damage phase, you can target one card they control and send it to the graveyard, right? This card can attack directly. So if you want to get over something annoying, you can do that in the damage step. The reason why it's here is because if it's sent to the graveyard, you can search an Altergeist monster, and this deck actually has a Poplar, so it's really, really cool. Now this is the newest edition, almost the newest addition to the Altergeist family, Altergeist Pukari. It doesn't do a lot by itself, but the thing is that it really helps when you have combo to have this as well in your hand. You can use this from your hand if you want to link summon for an Altergeist monster. So normal summoning Melusik, for example, right? You can use both of these to make the link 2 immediately. And what it does so well is that if a link monster, an Altergeist link monster is summoned while this is in the graveyard, you can activate this effect and return it to the hand once per duel, right? So it essentially enables you to chain block the most important choke point of the deck. This is why you want to aspire to see it in your hand as much as possible. And this is why we play 3 of these. And then we have the Poplar of the deck, which is the actual newest addition to the deck, which is Altergeist Malwisp. Literal Poplar, but better. If it's added to your hand, you can special summon it. And then if it's normal special, you can target an Altergeist in your graveyard and special summon it in defense position. So it can summon back links. However, it can summon back the Melusik you used to search it. So it already creates a combo. And then besides these 2, we're playing 2 other Altergeist names. One Silcoitus and one Marionetter. Mario was a starter before, right? It would be like Mario sets an Altergeist trap from the deck on normal summon, can tag out to the graveyard to summon back an Altergeist from the grave. Silk bounces one of your Altergeist cards as a cost and then bounces one other opponent's card. So it's really, really good. It's an endboard piece. Marionetter is actually here just for Small World, just to be a bridge because it's a light and it can bridge into the next engine of the deck. So it's not really a starter, but we do play one of it. And then for the Altergeist traps, we have Protocol, which is incredible. your Altergeist activated effects cannot be negated, so you can play Skill Drain and this, and your Altergeist will still resolve. And it's a monster negate by sending another Altergeist card. Manifestation, it's a Call of the Haunted for the deck. It's really, really good. And then we do play another card that I need to put up front here because it's actually not the card that you will see in the list. I put it as Angel Statue Azrune because I don't actually own a copy of the card, but I'll put it on the screen. It's Altergeist Amulet Elf, and it's an Altergeist trap that can summon itself from the as a monster. You can set that card with the Silhouette Rabbit, right? And the reason why we can't play this is because we want to resolve Multifaker, and we can't resolve Multifaker if we don't summon specifically an Altergeist monster because Multifaker locks you. So it has to be another Altergeist trap. And this is why we play it. It only protects your Altergeist back row, but it's good for a pop. Then, of course, we have 3 Engraver. The deck really enjoys having this engine because this engine currently, probably until Beatrice gets banned, allows you to set any trap card from your deck using Angel of Blue Tears. So I'll show this in the combo. We use this to set any normal trap card from the deck. It's really easy with this engine. And then, of course, the 1 Lurie and the 1 Fiendsmith Tract. Again, with 3 Small World, we get to this engine pretty consistently, but in the 1-card combo, we just get to it because Moon of the Closed Heaven is so damn good. Small World is really good in Altergeist because they're all spellcasters, but of different levels and types, mostly, right? So, obviously really good. You can bridge into Fiendsmith, can unbrick your hand, yada yada yada. And then 1-for-1 because it gets us to Melusik, which is our 1-card combo. And then this is, of course, a trap deck, so we do play 3 Skill Drain, which is, again, good with Altergeist Protocol because it does not negate your Altergeist effects, right? It's one-sided to your opponent. So it's really, really good. And then trap cards that you can activate from the hand on your opponent's turn. So this is something old school players will know, right? But Multifaker, if you open this with this, for example, you can resolve this on your opponent's turn. So essentially, you will go Infinite Impermanence onto your opponent's monster, then Special Summon Faker from the hand, then Special Summon Silcoitus from your deck, and all this during your opponent's turn, you get an extra bounce when you have trap cards that are actual hand traps, right? And this is why we play these. Infinite Impermanence, and then Evenly Matched, again, Evenly Faker, such a good combo, right? And then we play another rather interesting tech choice, which is Typhoon. It's another trap card that you can activate from the hand, and essentially you can target 1 face-up spell trap in the field and destroy it. If your opponent controls 2 or more spells or traps and you control no spells and traps, you can activate this card from your hand. Yeah? So, Snake Idea Bellstar, for example, Kashtira boards, Birth, Field Spells, Nightmare Throne, and Nightmare Pain. You can just pop a spell and trap from the hand, and then you can resolve Multifaker. It's incredible. So we play 9 essential hand traps, which are actual traps that you can activate from the hand. And then Rivalry of Warlords, you mostly have spellcasters, so it is very convenient to play in this deck. And of course, Different Dimension Ground as another potential trap that you can set from your deck if you open specific lines. Now we're getting close to the combo, but let's start off with the extra deck here. We have 1 Prime Banshee, 1 Altergeist Adminia, which steals a monster, and then 2 Altergeist Hextia. This is a spell trap negate. An incredible card, an extender in the combo. You will see how exactly we use it. This is only the small portion of the Altergeist engine. And then, of course, you know, the usual suspects with the Fiendsmith stuff. You already know these cards. It's incredible. Lacrima, Beatrice, and then we have to play M7. We'll show this in the combo. This is what gets the combo going. And of course, the actual starter of the combo is just the Almirage, right? Just because it's a really good card. Espial Knight, Silhouette Rabbit, again, sets the Altergeist trap, another Altergeist trap from your deck. And then Apo, you could go into it in the grind game. Not necessarily. If you resolve your combo, you're not going to go into it, but it is a little bit for the grind game. Now, let's go into the combo, shall we? Let's start off by presenting the combo here. I will zoom out so you can see the entire board. So as mentioned, this is only 1 card, 1 normal summon Melusik, and this is basically the only thing that starts off your combo. You normal summon it, and then you go into the Almirage here. Now, the Almirage thankfully has an area here, so you can use that to link up. Now, Melusik is going to activate and add us to the hand from the deck, the Altergeist Maulwisp. Now, on adding to the hand, it will activate to special summon itself to the field. And then on special summon, it can special summon another Altergeist monster from the graveyard in defense position. Now, we use these two to link up into our Hextia, which can rest comfortably in this extra monster zone. And now we're going to be linking these two because, you know, it's a super broken card, which will give us Moon of the Closed Heaven, right? Now, Hextia, when it's sent to the graveyard, you can actually search any Altergeist card from your deck. So we're going to set up one search here by searching Multifaker, which we will be able to activate on our opponent's turn, right? So here, of course, we will go through the motions here with the Fiendsmith combo into Requiem, and then, of course, tributing it to summon our copy of Fiendsmith Engraver from the deck. And now, this is why we play Necroquip, and this is why we play M7. We will equip the Requiem here to the Engraver, and then use these two to make the Necroquip Princess, which uses a Fiend monster and a monster equipped with a monster card. This is exactly what we used. Now we're going to use the Engraver here to special summon back. We're going to shuffle back the Moon and summon this to the field. We're going to go into Consider Ptolemy M7, which can now detach its cost to return a card from the graveyard to the hand, which will be, of course, the Engraver here. Now we're going to activate the Engraver in hand, adding ourselves a copy of Tract. We're going to activate Tract, search for the Lurry, activate the Lurry when it's discarded to special summon back onto the field, link away these two beautiful monsters into, of course, the Fiendsmith sequence. Sequence effect, shuffle back. We're going to be shuffling back the Lurry here and the Requiem back into the deck to summon the most broken Fiendsmith card, Lacrima. And Lacrima is going to activate to summon back the Engraver. So far, just normal combo stuff. Now, here's where it gets a bit spicier, because we're going to go into Beatrice. Beatrice is going to send the Engraver to the graveyard, and it will also send, this is why this card needs to get banned, Angel of Blue Tears. Now, we're going to link these off, all of these, into our Silhouette Rabbit, which we can also use to chain block now. Basically, we will have chain 1, Silhouette Rabbit, to set trap card that can set itself as a monster from that can summon itself as a monster from the deck, and then Lacrima is going to shuffle back the sequence to burn. Okay, and this is where we get the Altergeist Amulet Elf here on the screen as a proxy, right? So we have this in our back row, black sleeves, black playmat, not such a good idea. And because damage was inflicted, we can banish the Angel of Blue Tears from our graveyard to set one normal trap from our deck, which will be Altergeist Manifestation, right? So this is basically where we end up on, right? It doesn't look that impressive because currently we only have 3 cards on the board and 1 card from the hand. So we went +3 in card advantage, but this is what happens on our opponent's turn, right? First of all, we're going to start off with activating Manifestation as early as we can, because this can grab us the Hextia here. Hextia can summon itself, and now, on resolution, we have the effect of Multifaker to special summon itself, and then, on summon, it can special summon another Altergeist from the deck in defense position, which will be the Silcoides. Now, we have, in addition to just the pop that we had, we have a card bounce with the Silk, and we have a spell and trap negate with Hextia. And then, whenever we want to, we activate the Amulet Elf to summon itself, right? And then your Altergeist Manifestation is protected, and you get an extra pop. So basically, we get a spell negate, we get a bounce, and we get a pop, all from one normal summon of Altergeist Melusic. This is only 1 card in your hand, so obviously you will have more back row, more hand traps if you want to play these. But it's a pretty interesting combo, I figured. I think the deck has a lot of interesting potential to be like a nice niche rogue competitor, not anything that can definitely beat a YCS, but if you do want to play Altergeist, this is probably the way that you would do that in, right? 3 interruptions plus 6 cards on board with 1 normal summon Melusic is something that before this Fiendsmith engine you wouldn't be able to do, and you might want to hurry because this engine is probably going away really soon. Thank you so much for watching up until now. I really enjoyed building this deck, creating this combo, theory crafting this deck. If you have any other suggestions or ideas, you can hit me up in the comments, or of course join our Discord where we can talk about deck building and such. Thank you so much for SleeveChief for sending me this playmat. Again, if you want to pick one up for yourself, go to Galzo5, link in the description below. Thank you so much for watching up until now. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.